Hey gorgeous divas, I'm just playing around with the camera to see what it's like this way when I watch it back. Apparently Facebook is favoring this way, whatever that means. Is that horizontal, right? I hope you guys are having a gorgeous morning. I am shooting some video for Instagram and a few different things, and I wanted to just ask you a quick question. What would it mean to you? Was it good? Sorry, I was asking Chris something. What would it mean to you to never work again? And how do you actually do that? Because you need to make money, right? I think the most important aspect of feeling like you're never really working, as you would know, but I want to have a heart-to-heart about it, is really about making sure, hey Adora, that you have that deep sense of alignment and passion with your work. Don't go and build something and create something that really is not in alignment with your soul. People will say, you know, oh, just because I love yoga, I just heard some guy for a big marketing company talking about it, just because I love yoga, but if it's not really going to sell, then why would I do it? And I'm like, I don't really get that. Kind of get what he's saying, but he's basically like saying, only look at what the market's buying. The market will buy pretty much anything if you position your offer correctly. It's so important. So I really want you to get that as well. So passion and alignment, doing what you truly, hey Jaili, hey Adora, doing what you truly love. And then really blowing that up in terms of messaging, positioning, pricing. And then the other part of it is structure. I had a divine client come to me at 10 grand a month. She went to 24K like within a month. She then went to a multi-million, multi-six figures, but very high six figures really rapidly. And what was, hey Michelle, hey Jaili, I'm wearing very different colors today, do you like? And she did that by getting very clear on her message, really expressing that message on a bigger way, on a bigger level, a bigger platform. One of the things that you've probably heard of me speaking about before is, hey gorgeous love day, is resonance for riches. So what does that mean? Resonance for riches is really the intonation, the vibration of your voice and your work. So when you're reaching out to the audience, you can look fabulous, you can kind of, you can spend lots of money on ads, all that kind of stuff. But if you don't have that resonance and the vibration that's in alignment with your message, your soul, you just won't be heard, not in the way that God intended you to, the divine intended you to. So a lot of women, without even realizing it, are silenced. So if you don't want to be broke and you want to make money, you got to get out of silencing yourself and claim your voice, claim that resonance. It also takes mindset, right? But mindset, I like to even go deeper, and it's almost like an energy set of being, right? Where it goes deeper beyond the mind and into real emotional resonance with what we're doing, which is that riches, feeling rich about it. And I don't mean money so much. I'm talking about having this lush, juicy, visceral connection to your work and your message and what you stand for. So going back to never working again, of course I've had challenges in my business. Of course there's growth stuff going on. Of course there's all these different things, but I love what I do because I'm so passionate about the message. I'm so passionate about changing people's lives. I'm so passionate about teaching what I want to teach, which is alchemy and energy and literally transmuting energy to shapeshift realities. That's really at the heart of everything beyond that I teach, that some people probably don't get because I haven't really been talking about it as much. People who really know me will know that I'm as woo-woo out there as all F, but that's what I'm always doing in my own vibration. I'm always transmuting new consciousness, new energies, moving, up leveling every single day. Hey Alexia, I'm up leveling, changing, tapping into the vibrational vortex of my next level, which I'm inviting you to do too. So funny, I start off with one conversation and I go into all these other things, but they're all part of the whole. So don't do what doesn't absolutely light you up. Really feel it deep in your yoni, feel it deep in your base chakra, feel it deep, right? Feel it deep, claim what you really want to do and teach. Otherwise, when you hit those challenges, girlfriend, it is going to fuck you over and throw you off. When I get thrown off ever, it takes me about a minute to recover, or a day, or half a day, because my purpose, which is quite simply, it's a big one, but it's really clear in me, right? I know it deep, right? And that is to create really deep, radical healing on the planet by teaching women to own their own power, both their sovereign power and their personal power, so that we can create radical change. And we will only do that when this divine sense of power, of flow, and sovereign financial freedom comes into the hands of women, conscious women who are ready to change the world, conscious women who will always give to their families. I came up with this new quote. I said, when a woman gets rich, everyone gets rich, because she's always thinking of the collective, of the whole, whether it's just her immediate family, her secondary family, her friends. We always can contribute, right? So you will never become a real leader without financial power. You just won't. So let's have a heart-to-heart about it. You just need the structure. You need the capital. You need the income. You need the teams to really create. You know, you want to be, anyone having a few $100,000 business even, you're going to have a team. And the sooner the better that you can get one. It's awesome. Like I have quite a lot of people on my team. I've actually just hired my first in-house tech guy, who's great. And what was happening for us is Chris was just getting so overwhelmed and busy. Like we just had lists of things that we just couldn't get to. So, oh my God, you should see it now. So we've got this guy. So his name is Gavin, and he's literally with us Monday to Friday. We're just booming stuff out. I personally have had a little bit of a slowdown to, hey, Megan, to some degree, my business, because Facebook shut down my ads account, my entire ads, first my ads account, then my entire ads manager. And I'm going to get my husband to come in here over the next few weeks to talk more about that, but always have backup ads account and backup ads managers. And start also, if you're at this level, hey Medina, hey gorgeous, hey Al, if you're starting to run ad traffic, you want to have extra ad accounts, you want to start separating how you're running your ads too. So for example, you want to put you can put your opt-ins on one ad, account. You'll then have your webinar ads on another ad account. So if they ever go and turn off your ad account, and they're doing it to so many people right now for all sorts of different weird reasons, they don't even give a reason, right? You're more protected. You've still got traffic running to one of your opt-ins, whether it's a webinar, you might have two different opt-ins, you might have a video series, you might have a meditation. So you want to start, instead of putting them all together under one ads account, you want to start separating them. Anyway, so this actual video started with me talking about passion and alignment, feeling into the soul truth of why you're here. And that expression, oh, my pleasure, Megan, that expression will extend out, it will guide you, it will lead you. I'm always asking my calling. It's almost like my calling and my purpose here, like which was set, I think, before I even came to the planet, is guiding me. And that's sort of quite, I'm always believing in the unseen more than the seen. I'm always in full faith and trust. And I definitely have had my anxiety. I've definitely had those fears. I wrote a post today talking about when I was first starting out really online in a serious way. But yes, I've had all the fears. I wanted to vomit before I did my first webinar. I didn't pitch because I was worried that people would think that I was a money-hungry cow. But you know what I did do, which I was just thinking about, I did the video yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, about compassion, but we've really got to take a moment to praise ourselves. Like if you've just done your first live stream, if you've just put together your first offer, to really have deep praise and compassion. And one of the things that I've talked about as well, which I wish I'd done sort of in hindsight, is to really realize that all these seemingly small things that we do literally have such a potent shift in our lives for us. We're literally changing the very fiber and course of our journey. So even if it feels small for you, I want you to begin to praise yourself. Praise the diva, you know, put your hand in your heart and say, I praise you, you know, because it is a journey, and it can feel like you're walking in thick, heavy mud when you're learning a new skill, but you will master it. You just have to start though, right? So the message that I was trying to say there around the things that I have done earlier on in my career was that, yes, I was petrified. I remember I've told this story a few times, but I fell over and badly hurt my ankle, like severely, like I couldn't even walk home the day before my first webinar, or it was 2 days before. But what I did do was Jailee's amazing. She's done so well. She's an incredible teacher. Hey, Catherine. Hey, everyone. Hey, Leanne. But what I did do that saved me was a few things. Number one, I thought, Ingrid, fuck this. You do not fuck yourself over. You basically fucked yourself over for the last 3 or 4 years, or on and off for the last 20 years of self-sabotage patterns. And I could see it. I had enough awareness to go, okay, you know, it's like I don't feel strong. I don't feel really grounded. I'm kind of trying to sabotage myself because I'm petrified to go and do this webinar, because it was something that I'd never done before. And oh my God. And Chris literally had to carry me. That's my husband who now works with me too, back home. And I literally couldn't even sit at my computer. I couldn't even write a PowerPoint, even if I wanted to. That's how much agony. I almost thought I'd broken my ankle. And I was so grateful that I'd pre-planned. And I'd done all my slides, and I was organized, and I spent the day or two before sort of just resting. And I thought, you know what? I don't give a fuck if I am in my glasses. I've got really bad eyesight, still haven't been brave enough to do laser. You know, I'm going to be in my glasses with zit cream or something in my pajamas, but I vow that I'm going to do this. And all this old wounding came up about my abuse, you know, bless my dad, but lots of like, you're not good enough, that whole saga, all these doubts and insecurities, all the stuff around my money and worrying about what people will think of me. And another really big fear that came up for me, which is so full on, which was one of my biggest fears that I haven't really shared a lot. And that was, hey, Erin, hey, Kristen, that was about being a bigger light in the world and taking up space and having women feel threatened by me, or all of that kind of stuff, because I grew up with a lot of that in my life. So, hey, Erin, so I was really quite surprised in a way that one of my biggest fears, it wasn't so much the pitching and making hey Paul and making money, and that was there for sure. And then the stories and the stuff about my dad and what he'd told me, and, you know, that could I really do this, right? Could I really be successful doing this online? And I just remember lost my company in New York about a year prior to that, due to fraud. Someone stole my lawyer stole my corporate kit and wrote out stock to himself without my permission, all that stuff. Anyway, so I really was starting from scratch, and there was a lot of insecurity and shame going on behind the scenes with that I'd had to work through. So I think that's my cleaner arriving. So yeah, but it was that one thing really around women, making sure that I'm inclusive, making sure that I allow myself to be fully expressed, to show my ability to teach and lead and hold my own energetic presence and my magnificence and my everything, you know, like, which we all have, right? And not alienating people, and making sure that it's like heart to heart sister, and then letting go of giving a kazuzu about people's triggers and things like that. Because a lot of people see me, I think, as this fierce leader, and I am. But I'm also a high intuitive, psychic, sensitive soul. So I read energy. So I'm an empath, like, and I attract a lot of empaths. So I've had to learn in my life, like I've literally physically made myself sick from taking on board. Chris, can you get that? I think it's the cleaner. Caitlin, new cleaner. So, and I'll tell you a quick story about that too. So I had to, I kind of remember what I was saying. I'm tired today. My dad just got out of hospital, so he's living actually with me and is actually asleep in one of the rooms over there. But yeah, really just giving myself permission to shine a light and just learn really, hi Caitlin, learn really potent techniques to, I don't even want to use the word protect because it's a little bit fear-based consciousness, just to honor my own space. And I do that also by making sure that apart from my daughter who's 5, everyone else is sort of energetically out of this realm. So I don't allow, you know, sometimes it will come up if there's a trigger for myself, right? There's something will come up that I have to work through. Of course, it's, you know, I'm a human being. It happens. Of course, it happens all the time. And I love my triggers and I learn from them. That's all good. But I have learned, because I hold space for a lot of people, now my business has significantly grown, as most of you know, to have that other people's energy, sort of, if you could imagine a circle of light around you, you can always ask, who's in my circle and who do I need to release, and make sure that they're outside of your circle of light. And that way, also, I also say to my students and clients a lot, really understand human psychology. So rather than taking everything personally, nothing's personal, it's just people's triggers and projections, right? So sometimes I do take things personally when there's a healing that needs to happen, but mostly I've learnt to just be observant and see it from sort of a disconnect, like I'm connected to it, but I'm kind of not engaging in it. So I can really then be a better, I believe, teacher by not being triggered by someone's trigger, for example. I can see it, I almost find humor in it, because at some time and point in my journey, I've actually been there myself and I have a lot of compassion for it. So even when sometimes like a student will come in to say my diva mind, which is my high-end mastermind, and a lot of fear-based consciousness will come up and they just sort of freak out because there's all this stuff that they need to burn up, right? It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. That's been happening less, probably because we're just attracting a different type of person. But anyway, it is normal. It's kind of like burning up, the rebirth process. So a lot of that stuff comes up for people. And so I have to also teach my team how to protect their energy, to hold space for that and not make it personal, because it's not personal. So how do you hold space for someone that's triggering? Well, you can't kind of go into a wobble effect and take it personally, right? You've got to really be there and guide them through it. So these are a lot of the things that are constantly going on behind the scenes. Coaching and mentoring and guiding the women that employ me to help them, and then also making sure that the coaches that I have on my team now, who also support me so deeply, that they're constantly growing and evolving. And that to me is our commitment and the ethics towards the people that we, for our clients, for our students, that my team is constantly up-leveling as well, to the point that I would literally let someone go if they weren't willing to look at themselves. Like, I wouldn't have a marriage if my husband didn't do his own work. I don't have coaches and healers and people on my team that aren't prepared to constantly keep expanding, so that we have a high level of integrity and excellence in the work that we do, myself included, of course. So guys, I'm sending you so much love. Blessings, and have a beautiful holy diva day. And I've got a client, I think, coming up at 10:30, so I better go. I'm sending you so much love, a million blessings. Have a beautiful day. Bye.